Well, I wanted to allow the dust to settle on the recent terrorist attack in New Zealand, for that is what it was by the terrorists' own admission, because to be blunt, I've talked out the subject of mass shootings. My definitive and final fucking word on the phenomenon can be found in a rant I posted on Sargon's channel a couple of years back, entitled Of School Shooters and Fabergé Eggs, and I encourage any and all who've yet to view it to rectify that fucking quickly. I've further spoken at length about the fallacy inherent to the term gun control. In multiple rants, in multiple contexts, I've illustrated effectively, I've been told, that the idea of legislating your fears away is a seductive and dangerous illusion for which your only remuneration is the inescapable attrition of your every right and fucking privilege. Even if you agree with gun control, nothing is more dangerous, terrorism included, than exchanging individual liberty, immutable rights, or even seemingly inconsequential privileges afforded ageless generations of Kiwis, Eurotrash, Amerifats, or anyone the fuck else on this whirling cerulean murder marble for the artifice of assuaging your darkest fucking fears by the encroachment of government domination. But what have I said about the best way to communicate universal truths? Get painstakingly specific. In the wake of the tragedy, Daria and the rest of the March for Our Lives crowd immediately pounded out the propaganda. Without universal background checks, they alleged, the same would happen in America. This in spite of the fact that the gunman was a 28-year-old with a spotless criminal record. Short of enforcing fucking thought crime, what in whirlpools of bubbling bullshit would have snagged this shit stain? The asshat was from Australia, where they don't allow you to think of owning a goddamn gun, and the country where he carried it out, New Zealand itself, is hardly an open-air Charles Bronson gun safe as it fucking is. Two draconian gun control superstates failed fucking resoundingly here, yet the answer to the Prime Minister of New Zealand is, hey, you know what we don't have enough of? The same gun laws that already fucking failed. Gun control is like socialism. They're always one pile of civilian corpses away from a complete success. But all of this, all of it, I've discussed to death. How gun fatality numbers are fudged through the deliberate inclusion of suicides. How nations like Britain, with what amounts to a blanket ban on firearms, saw a spike in hanging suicides when firearms were no longer easy to procure. Been there, done that, debated the dipshits and won. But there's something you, I, each and every carbon-based sentient shitsack inhabiting this earth must never, not once, except for an instant, and New Zealand, bafflingly, fucking is. Unjust imprisonment for possession or even mere discussion of the gunman's video broadcast and modus operandi. And it ain't subtle, my friends. So egregious, so obvious is the censorious shit show the media has taken to terming it the Great Trans-Tasman Firewall, which if population figures are to be believed should probably be physically fucking erected between Sheepfucker Island and fucking Istanbul, which was what set the shitsack off in this case, by the way, or so he claimed in his rambling 70-plus page Spurg fit, the particulars of which are effectively lost to the media memory hole, as here again, journalists have deigned, as they once did with the DNC leaks, that it's safer for us not to partake personally, but rather let Jake Tapper tell us the import of the occurrence in question. And there's no way to be polite about this. If you're swallowing one syllable of this shit sandwich, you're the kind of person who watches the Home Shopping Network because it's commercial free. By the shooter's own Risperdal-addled admission, he was originally radicalized by excessive censorship, and your prescribed remedy is mountains more censorship? What in nine hells could go wrong here? Look, you can disagree with every word of gun rights. You can believe firearms to be an Edwardian anachronism long overdue for consignment to the pyre of human history. And you can still see that a PM unilaterally taking steps to jail her own citizens for visiting edgy websites or downloading a fucking video is barking fucking lunacy! Unless, of course, the video is a Michael Bay film. And everyone, left, right, center, grown-up, preteen, preschooler, or zygote, must come together as one, set aside petty parochial differences, and agree with this, not for my sake, not for yours, not for conservatism, liberalism, environmentalism, or mentalism, but for basic survival's sake. You know, it's said over 2/3 of the living things on the island of New Zealand are sheep, but if you feckless fuckwits take this lying down, it's fair to say you understated that total by a full fucking third. Gun control? Perhaps you politically differ with. Self-defense rights? reasonable minds may differ, but some things really do transcend politics. And for the people of New Zealand to be more than a mere cocksock for corporations and the political elite, you cannot take unlawful imprisonment for the mere possession of a video lying the fuck down, or door-to-door collection of your personal fucking property for that matter, whether said personal property is a 12 gauge, a Nerf bazooka, or a Double Dragon donger. I'm Razor Fist. God fucking speed. Mankind's almost